Percy and the ice cream. Percy had taken the vicar and the children home when the storm approached as he had promised Thomas. Although he had plunged into the pool which sloshed his fire out, his driver, fireman, and the conductor put all the floorboards into his firebox to make him feel warm and comfortable once again. Then Harold dropped a parachute with a crate of hot drinks for Percy's crew, and that made them feel a lot better. And finally, Percy reached the station. He was pleased that he kept his promise. I hope the sun will come back tomorrow, he thought to himself. And he was right. Next morning, the sun did come back. Although Percy was shunting in the yard and started to feel hot and tired, he was pleased the rain had subsided during the night. "Whew," he remarked. "Since yesterday, the storm just appeared, and now this warm weather is making me feel bothered." Just then, Sir Topham had arrived. He had news that was special for Percy. "Percy," he said, "there's a van right there that I want you to take to the harbor, and then you need to take the supplies to the big station. It contains supplies for next week's special party." "A special party?" pondered Percy. "What sort of special party?" "You'll find out next week," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Right now, I want you to take the van there. And please, no dawdling." Percy was cross. He didn't like being told not to dawdle. "I don't dawdle," he huffed. "I go as fast as I need to whenever I need to." So Percy coupled up to the van, and off he went to the harbor. "I don't dawdle," he puffed. Percy decided to take his time with bringing the van to the harbor. It was a hot day, so he had to go slowly so as not to get too hot and bothered. Soon, Percy stopped at the junction for a rest. Toby arrived with Elsie. "Percy, where are you going with that van?" he asked. "Sir Topham had told me to go to the harbor to fetch some supplies for a special party next week," Percy explained. "And what's the problem?" asked Elsie. "He told me not to dawdle about," replied Percy. "I never dawdle. I always go the speed I go when I need to." "If you say so, Percy," sighed Toby. The signal dropped, and it was time for Percy to continue. I don't dawdle," Percy grumbled. Soon, Percy reached the harbor where the supplies were to be delivered. "That's nice," smiled Percy. "Waiting for supplies at the harbor gives me a chance to watch the cranes." At last, the ship with the supplies arrived at the harbor. "Oh!" Percy cried. "That must be the supply ship." Percy continued to watch the cranes while his van was being loaded with the supplies. When the supplies were loaded, Percy's driver called to him. "Come on, Percy," he said. "It's time to go." "Not yet," cried Percy. "It won't matter if the party needs burgers, hot dogs, salads, vegetables, and the fizzy pops. I just want to watch the cranes for a little longer." "Just remember what Sir Topham had said," said the fireman. Percy knew he had to give in. "Oh, I don't dawdle, Percy grumbled as he was on his way. "It's too hot to rush a fuss anywhere anyway." "Oh, don't say I didn't warn you, Percy," said the driver. "Now come on." "All right then," sighed Percy as the sun shone. "Come on, let's get these supplies to the big station." As they made their way to the big station, Percy's fireman noticed a smell in the air. Bradley?" he asked. Can you smell a smell? I smell it too, Greg, said the driver. It smells sweet. Smells sweet like ice cream, said the fireman. Percy's driver looked back into the van and saw something white dripping out of the van. Ice cream! Exclaimed Percy. Oh no! When they arrived at the big station, the porters opened the van door, and suddenly lots of melted ice cream poured out of the van, covering the station platform. The station master saw the creamy mess and was not happy at all. This will not do at all, grumbled the station master. We can't sell melted ice cream in the ice cream party. The ice cream party, Percy cried. So that's what this was all about. Oh no, groaned Percy. So Topham Hatt will be very cross. And indeed he was. Watching cranes is fun to do, but not during an important job like this, Percy. You have caused a delay. Yes, sir, said Percy sadly. You will now stay in your chair for the rest of the day. Percy told the other engines all about it that evening. Now who will take the ice cream to the ice cream party? Wondered Toby. I think you should take it, Thomas suggested. Percy is stuck in this shed for dawdling. Percy felt sad. The next day, Percy gave Toby a suggestion. Toby, said Percy, I would like to take Henrietta and Elsie while you fetch a fresh supply of ice cream. So Percy waited at the platform for the workmen. He saw Sir Topham Hatt. I see you're doing Toby's work today, he said. I'm sorry for dawdling, sir, said Percy. To make up for it, I'm taking Henrietta and Elsie while Toby takes a fresh load of ice cream. Now those are very good engines, said Sir Topham Hatt. The party will soon be ready in a few days. Percy worked very hard for the rest of the day, taking workmen to the quarry, and then when it was time to go home. The evening before the ice cream party, Sir Topham Hatt came to see Percy. Percy, all your hard work was more than made up for your creamy mishap. How would you like to take passengers to the ice cream party? Oh, yes, please, sir, cheered Percy. Thank you, sir. And since you took the vicar and the children home on a stormy day, you can take Annie and Clarabelle, suggested Thomas. On that day of the ice cream party, Percy arrived at the big station with Annie and Clarabelle, and all the passengers poured out of them. Percy watched as all the people at the party enjoyed their burgers, hot dogs, salad, vegetables, and of course, ice cream. And they even enjoyed their drinks, the fizzy pops. This ice cream party was well worth the wait, smiled Percy. This is better than watching any crane any day.